Hey Mum, I'm just enjoying the last few minutes of sunshine in the garden at the end of the day. Look at the sweet corn. Where the sun's shining through the leaves, it's so beautiful. I love the stripe you can see on it. It's all growing really well. The flowers are developing and the corns are beginning to develop down there somewhere. Or at least the start of the corns anyway. I thought everything in here was cabbage or broccoli, but I'd obviously forgotten that I'd planted kohlrabi. So I had one of those out earlier in the week and grated it up into a coleslaw with some of the red cabbage. And not enough mayonnaise, according to Small Boy. The apple tree's looking lovely as well. Not quite as many apples on it this time as there were the year you were here. So the greenhouse project has now begun. So much for my little wildflower meadow that I was going to have. We chopped everything down, put the base to the greenhouse in, and then we decided we were actually going to go and get some pavers and pave part of the area as well. But today I need to clear it, and then I'm going to start digging out, because we worked out it would save us about $700 if we did the digging out ourselves, and that's a saving worth having, I reckon. I've been trying to figure out what these guys are. I'm still not entirely sure. I've looked in various places and various books. It just doesn't quite fit fully with the description. The leaves are mostly round, there's a couple of slightly pointed ones. They're toothed, it's evergreen, has these little pink flowers on. Doesn't seem to produce any berries particularly. Anyhow, it was planted over here. There was 2 of them planted over there as tiny cuttings, but they've just grown too big, so I've moved them. This one I've moved today. This one I moved a few days ago. It's looking a bit sad and sorry for itself, but I'm hoping that as long as I keep watering it, it'll be okay. I should have checked the weather forecast before I moved them. We've had 2 weeks of temperatures in the high 20s and early 30s, and even though I've watered them regularly, they have very definitely decided to sulk on me. They're either completely dead or they'll come back from the base over autumn and winter. The cuttings I took are doing quite well, so all is not lost. I start back at uni in the morning and I'm beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed by the amount of gardening I still need to do. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said that an old gardener once recommended to her that she just do 10 minutes a day in the garden so that it doesn't feel too overwhelming when you've got quite a lot to do. So I've decided that 10 minutes today is going to be digging up some of these lilies that are hiding underneath the hedge, pulling them out and planting them somewhere else, and then trying to mulch a good patch of this area. Use some of the new hay that I've got, use some of the cardboard, and try and get it looking a little bit smarter. So, wish me luck. Smart man, that old-time gardener. I've done 10 minutes and I managed to pull out 3 different lilies and replant them. But of course, now I'm into it and I want to do a bit more. So I want to see if I can get a good section here, mulched, cardboard and hay, and then I might go in for a cup of coffee after that. It's now Wednesday and I haven't done any more 10-minute gardening sessions since Sunday. And I'm fully head into studying at the moment, but I've just got to a bit where I can take a break. I was just beginning to lose the plot, so I thought I'd come out here and dig another row, ready for the pavers. The temperature's finally down to sensible realms. I I think we've got about 18 degrees today, which is just perfect for working in the garden. This little area is going to be full of fruit trees and fruit bushes, and it's so ridiculously dry. Grass is so thirsty for water. I've decided to kill off all the grass, try and mulch this area really well to retain a bit more moisture than it has at the moment. So we have an apricot plum tree, a walnut tree, a black currant which is decidedly unhappy because it gets so little water. I have 2 dwarf nectarines. So all this lovely hay that we got given for almost nothing is going to help us hopefully achieve killing off of the grass and a bit more moisture in the soil if we can get some more organic matter in there. There I was, happily watering away at my new plants, and all of a sudden it stopped. It took me a moment to realise what had happened, but this little thing's popped off again. So I nipped inside with a glass of boiling water, a mug of boiling water, and I'll just do the trick my dad taught me a long time ago. If you warm up the hose, it makes it much more pliable and easier to put on the fitting. Hopefully it'll be another year before that pops off again now. Today is Saturday, and I was looking at the forecast earlier on, and it sounds as though there's going to be a frost in the next few days. So I'd better start picking some of these gorgeous looking tomatoes. These little yellow ones are so delightfully sweet. They are just delicious. I wish I knew what they were called, but I don't remember. I'll probably dehydrate most of them and put them in olive oil and save them for the winter, because we won't be able to eat all of them in the next few days, and if I don't do something with them, they'll just be unpleasant. This one looks like something's been enjoying it already. They're not quite ready yet. And there's some tiny little orange ones. They're really sweet. Sweet to look at and sweet to taste. So there we have a stash of tomatoes, which are really tasty. I have to say, not very many this year compared to last year. I'm not quite sure what I did differently. The weather has been so much hotter this year than it was last year. Maybe that's part of it. I thought we'd end this video where we started, with the sunset and sweet corn. This is about 4 weeks later. We have some good, healthy looking cobs. Most of the plants, which is brilliant. Hopefully this year they will be decidedly more edible than they were last year. I don't quite know what happened last year, but they were just so starchy. It was deeply unpleasant. Fingers crossed though. Not quite sure what happened to that one. But lots of these are looking pretty good. I never really know when the sweet corn is ready. I might pour one off later on and see. There'll be another update in a few weeks, no doubt. See you soon.